Hello there everyone, and welcome to my 100% playthrough of Ash's Afterglow on Apocalypse. This is MAP23, Pipeworks, Part 2. And welcome back to the dank dark depths of Pipeworks. So yes, this is Part 2 of Pipeworks. This is going to be a very short part, and this time I really do mean it. I cannot believe the length of that junkyard map. I knew it was going to be long because of all the dialogue, but god damn. Anyway, I guess that's what a lot of dialogue will do for you. But in this part of Pipeworks, we're going to find this little hideout here, which is not a secret, by the way, but it does have a purge stem as well as some bags to bash open. One of which containing a piece of junk. And I believe it's always the same bag, too, which is kind of weird. But yeah, so here's where you come from. Turn to the right at this little fungi-lit junction here to find that hideout. And then we're going to go straight. And then if you take either left or right, doesn't matter which, we end up in here. Yep, this is the room that the roamer guards were in from Pipeworks Part 1, and there's the one over there who told me to go talk to Garavito, which I did. And if you remember, back in Part 1, I said this room contained one of the secrets. And it's right down here. Which one of these is not like the other? Push back this little wall here, and ooh, a magazine of 223. Brilliant. Well, after that little scrum with Hauer and his merry band of thieves back in Junkyard, I did really need those. So thank you. Much thank you. So yeah, this, like I said, is going to be a really short part. All we're going to do is get 2 of the 3 secrets, because the final one is not available until after you beat Biodome. And I'll explain more about that when we get to that part. When we're about to leave the map, that is. We're going to get the 2 secrets. We're going to don that hazmat suit finally. Invent the chlorine gas. And find our way to the entrance to Biodome. And let me tell you, you're going to really appreciate the fact that this is basically an intermission map because, oh boy, Biodome is massive. Now, unlike Junkyard, at least in the way that I played through Junkyard, there is no dialogue to be had that I can recall. But it is just a huge map full of a butt ton of enemies. And 9 secrets, just like Junkyard. So yeah, that one's going to be an adventure. And to get ready for said adventure, we have to come in here. Here's where we go to vent the gas. So yeah, basically just come back down the elevator like we did in Part 1. And this is the gas tunnels here. Yeah, it's just past the gas tunnels. If you need a little landmark, or what do they call that? Landmark, I guess? A point of reference? Yeah, we'll go with point of reference. So, let's see what we got. A glowing computer terminal is set into the wall. Fortunately, it still seems functional. An open window is flashing an error warning. The sight of it gives you a strange feeling of dread in your gut. Error diagnosis. Ventilation system failure. Pump 01 offline. Pump 02 offline. Pump 03 offline. System reset failed after 20 attempts. Manual restart required on affected pumps. Air test. Testing. Test results. Chlorine, 90%. Oxygen, 7%. Trace others, 3%. Warning. Chlorine concentrations above 1000 ppm. Serious risk of asphyxiation death. Corrosion hazard. Protective equipment must be worn. Open airlock. Warning. Chlorine gas stored here. Unauthorized access prohibited. Breathing equipment must be worn in this area. Serious risk of asphyxiation death. Confirm. Caution. Airlock open. Unscheduled maintenance in process. Time to get to work. Yes, time to get to work indeed. So here's a little map here. It's not the most helpful one, but it's really not. I mean, as you can see right here, it's very, very linear. It's almost impossible to get lost. But if you follow my path, you'll get there just fine. Ah, fits like a glove. Or at least the glove parts do. So yes, like Patch said, we have 5 minutes before this chlorine gas corrodes our suit, because the rubber seals are very old, and the chlorine gas burns our skin on contact, and we breathe it in and die instantly. Which does not sound very pleasant, I'm not going to lie. So the goal here is to vent the chlorine gas by way of 3 pumps. Well, for starters, we have to find a fuse to power that switch, which opens those doors down there, which leads to the pumps. There's the fuse box. We need a fuse. Well, let's go find a fuse. This gated area right here is secret number 2. Once you vent the gas, come back here, blow the barrels up, which will force this door open, which allows you to get your pipe bomb, your shells, and your 45 Colt. But that's not why we're here right now. We need to get this fuse, which is just inside this gated area here. There's the fuse. We have a 45 revolver, if we so desire. And now simply backtrack. And yes, you cannot use your weapons in here, even your crowbar. You are stuck with just the suit, and that's it. I don't know if chlorine gas is flammable. I'm assuming it is. So I'm assuming if you discharge a firearm, or especially blow up something like a pipe bomb, it'll probably ignite the gas, and that wouldn't be very fun. Okay, so here's the part that's kind of like a maze, but again, it's not too bad. This left path here is a dead end. Do not go that way. Go straight a little bit, then take a left. Go to this wall here, take these stairs upstairs, or take these stairs up. Immediately drop down to this little, looks like a pump room here, for pump number 1. Activating that pump lowers that wall. Here's the stairs we just went up. Now we can go back to this junction here, go straight this time. This has now lowered. I think it was raised up before. I can't quite remember. I never checked before to make sure. But there's pump number 2. Activating that pump. Now go down here. Pump number 3 is behind this giant metal shutter, which is locked. But take a left out to here. Jump over to this switch. Flick it. And go on back. Boom. Pump number 3. The chlorine gas is gone. Oh yeah. Yeah, if you're fast, you can honestly get all 3 of these vents up within like a minute and 10 seconds. Hell, maybe even faster than that. This is where we have to go for level progression, but don't forget, we still have a secret to find. And now these doors are open as well. They're locked until you get all the pumps back on. But we're going to go back into where the fuse was. Now, what is this? Where does this go? Is this like an alternate way back? Oh, this is where you started, I think. You know, it's really weird how different this place looks without that green shroud of chlorine gas. But yeah, this must just be a shortcut back to where you came from. Only this path is now opened. Huh, interesting. Anywho. Secret number 2. I basically just got the shells back that I used to open the secret. How convenient. But enough dillion and dallion. Go through here. There's a couple first aid kits if you need them, which we don't, thankfully. Flick this switch to open this shutter. Input command. Check system. All pumps active. An unauthorized reset was performed. Unauthorized maintenance is a breach of contract agreement with Bowler Pilus Oil Limited, or Bowler Pilus Oil Limited, and will invalidate your warranty. Air test. Testing. Test results. Chlorine, 5%. Nitrogen, 77%. Oxygen, 20%. Trace others, 3%. Warning. Chlorine concentrations detected. If you feel the effects of dizziness, headache, or irritation to mucous membranes, call a technician. Protective equipment should be worn. Everything seems good here. Time to go. Time to go indeed. We are just about done with Pipeworks. But before that, we have to take this tram. Ooh, a tram? Moving vehicles in the Doom engine. What sort of hackery is this? Well, let's take a look at our auto map. Zoom in here. So there's us. We are the white arrow. And here is the docking station. Now, what could this be all the way over here? It looks like it's the same shape as that tram. Well, if you step onto the tram... oh my. Look at that. An instantaneous, silent teleporter, just like in the first map, which was the secret behind that infinite looping hallway trick. So yes, the tram, quote-unquote, is a sector here that does not move. Well, if this doesn't move, what does? Those lines? Well... which one is it? I think it's this one? Nope, other one. Okay, well... looks like we're moving, but... yeah. Look at that. We're not moving at all. Just those two line defs are. Now, is that just not some kind of black magic hackery wizardry? Keep in mind, as technologically advanced as this TC is, and it is indeed technologically advanced, it is still running on what is essentially a very heavily tweaked version of the Doom engine. And no matter how advanced your mods or TCs get, there are still limitations based on the engine software. But that's enough of that. Oh no, it's a haunt. And he does not seem very friendly. Well, that's what we do to hostiles. But it sounds like we have another one. Why did I always miss that shot? Yeah, you know what? I somehow always miss that shot. That time I literally actually aimed right at him and he phased, like he phase shifted, right as I let go of the trigger to fire the railgun shot. My goodness. Might as well just never try to hit that thing with a railgun. Anyway, we have a junker musket, a big old bag of ammo, and a piece of junk. Ooh. And looks like a dead scaver. Maybe that's Danny, the guy they sent down here. The guy that went missing? Sure looks like it could be him. He is wearing a hazmat suit. Maybe that was his ammo bag I just picked up. You know what? I'm betting it probably is. Because I don't think you see any other of these sprites down here. So, yep, that's Danny. If that is the one who went missing and who didn't get, you know, turned into a freaking gas bag. Anywho, open these shutters here. And we come to a level transition. And a door, which is locked, with a sign that says Botanic Garden. Beyond this door is the final part of Pipeworks. You cannot open this door from this side. It must be from the other side. That is what I meant when I said you have to beat Biodome to get to the last area of Pipeworks, which does house the final secret of Pipeworks. Yep. So we have to leave here. So this transition here takes us back to Badlands. And we basically go topside all the way to the entrance of the Botanic Garden. Once we beat the Botanic Garden, or Biodome, we wind up back in Pipeworks with the last few enemies and the final secret and some more items. So yeah, Pipeworks is going to have 3 parts. And that is exactly why. So, lest we keep wagging our chins and flapping our gums, let us... taking that lovely Badlands air. Ooh. Welcome to J.G. Ballard Botanic Garden. Watch us grow. Botanical Gardens. And a whole bunch of gibberish. Well, this is where we have to go to enter the Biodome. But before we do that, check this out. Looks like the starting area of the Badlands, along with that mechanics garage we jumped into to get our our super awesome, deadly laser gun. Pew, pew, pew. But we can open these fences from here. And now we're back in the starting area of Badlands. We will be going back here eventually. Matter of fact, I think once we leave Pipeworks Part 3, it will be Badlands Part 2 after that. Yeah, there's a lot of multi-parts here, but it shouldn't be too hard to follow. I'll make it as easy as I can. But in the meantime... lots of nuclear fungi down here. Oh, whoa, hello. You're never this far up. Well, he spoiled it a bit. Yes, the final 4 kills of Badlands are all in this cave. And they are all going to be gas bags. I think that the one that I just killed is usually hovering around here in the water. In the piss water. But the other 3 gas bags are also in here. Yeah, rads near groundwater? That's definitely not good. Oh, goody. None of you guys are hiding this time. Makes my job a hell of a lot easier. And if you come over here, sometimes one of those gas bags can be seen floating around here somehow. But yeah, there she is. There she blows. That ginormous glass dome. And that is exactly where we are headed next. So, without further ado, let's friggin' go do it. Oh yeah. So, see that dead body there? And that weird fungi that's sending out electrical shocks? Take that as a clue. Run under this stuff when it is not doing that, because it will hurt. I don't think it hurts a whole lot, but it does hurt. Botanical gardens, eh? Doesn't look very... Ooh. Whoa. Now this is trippy. Kind of cozy, too, with these dark blue lights. All this bioluminescence everywhere. But yes, this will be the next map. 135 kills, 31 items, tentative, and 9 secrets. But that will be for next time. So yes, very short little adventure here. Second part of Pipeworks. We got 2 of the 3 secrets. We took a brief detour back through Badlands to get to here. And now we're here. So, we're going to find those super seeds. We're also going to find those gas bag spores. And whatever shall we do with those spores? Shall we give them to the roamer leader and take over the town? Shall we give it to Kyle the farmer and, I guess, kind of also take over the town since he wants to get rid of the Baron? Or do we give him to the doctor as well as... Well, no, just... That's right, the Baron doesn't use these, just the doctor. Do we give them all to the doctor? Well... I suppose we'll find out, won't we? Okay, I'm not siding with Kyle. Or Garavito. I will be saving the city. I want the good ending after all. But yes. Biodome. Oh boy. And you can hear that music. Hear how ominous that sounds? Yeah. Yeah, just take that as a harbinger of things to come. Because this map is going to get loud and busy in a hurry. But that will be next time. So until next time, that was Pipeworks. I was about to say Biodome. That was Pipeworks Part 2. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you all have an amazing rest of your day or night. And I will see you next time when we finally, at long last, tackle the Biodome. Or I'm sorry, Biodome. No the. There is no prepositions allowed here. Just Biodome. But anyway, until that time comes, I will see you all when I see ya. Bye-bye.